Andy, you're gonna stay here because we're gonna move on to number 13. And it is Brooks. Find your run, hide, and seek. Andy Millard, Paul Rudd's long lost brother. You've never heard that before, have you?
No, but I like Paul Rudd. He's a cool guy.
Are you serious? You've never heard that before?
No.
Oh God. Okay. Well, there you go.
Thanks,
Years ago, my students used to call me Dana Carvey when I wouldn't have my glasses on. So
I can see that.
yeah. Well, different than Paul Rudd. Let's talk about Brooks. How long have you had this brand as a client? And note, based in Seattle. So there we go.
I don't know, 3-4 years. But anyway, I mean, this was a fun project. Personally didn't work on it, but we did social for Brooks, and this was I believe it was like a community engagement sort of idea, which was our idea was we made like 3 of these doodles, like super dense, like kind of Where's Waldo sort of idea. We did them all
right
in-house on a pretty ridiculous timeline. Luckily, we have a really talented illustrator in-house who's also a great designer. So yeah, it was like a lot of fun. I'm not sure how many pieces you have in this.
Let's see. I got 1, 2. I've got 3. Yeah, walk us through some of these.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could better, but so the idea is that there are Brooks shoes hidden in these drawings, and Brooks, if you're familiar with the brand, they've always had this sort of illustrative component to them. Since this, they've sort of like updated their brand, and it's not as like cute and soft. It's more like they've like kind of turned this edge into this like rugged running lifestyle brand. Right. But at this time, it was more like playful illustration, and so yeah, that's kind of the idea. Is like through these 3 different illustrative posts, find the shoes.
I love that. I love it. And I go back to oh God, Kyle. It was so an agency North here in Portland had Brooks, and this was years ago, but they had done something with the presidents of the United States of America.
Oh yeah.
Remember that video?
Yes.
And so what I've noticed is with this brand, it narratively led, but in a slightly different like cut of that jib, and they've placed a great amount in the past. I mean, the fact that this is animated makes all the sense in the world. Oh, I repeated 2 slides. But I love the fact that this is easy to get into, right? And it's just you don't have to think too hard, which is kind of nice. But what else are you doing for the brand, Andy?
So to be totally frank, I'm not exactly sure where things stand right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. We'll talk about that another
time.
Yeah.
No. But we can focus in on this. But in the past few years, it's a very interesting and competitive category, and I think work like this takes it out of the lane of everybody else, which I think is good. And I think that like if you look at New Balance is doing it a slightly different way. I really like because it is its own thing.
Right. Yeah. So Brooks has like their 3 top competitors. It's like Nike, Hoka, and maybe like Saucony or something. And they're all like what they would call like big sweat brands. So lots of grit, lots of hustle. And so they've always known that they needed to not do that. And so yeah, it was always like a fun brand. All we did for them was all social. We did play like some of the more like brand campaign like ideas and big idea kind of things, but mostly, at least like where I was within the brand and the design team on the brand, was mostly through social.
Right.
So yeah, it's always been kind of that like, what's the contrast to the gritty like more hardcore running brands.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. Well, this is fantastic. Congratulations. And as always, we thank you so much for being one of the OGs with us. So appreciate it. We're gonna see you in Cincinnati soon. So
Great.
I'm looking forward to that.